Round 2, points will be doubled. And round 3, wait for it, the points will be tripled. They will be tripled in round 3. All right, so we need Megan and we need Gavin to play the feud. Let's go, Gavin! Hold on. Okay, so shake hands. That's the proper thing to do. Shake hands. No, there's no answers. They're just questions. Be up there. Answers are going to be up there. All right. So remember, you're going to slap your hand against the table. Right? First person to slap the hand against the table. So if you want, you can let your hand hover over the table, kind of like there's a button there. You can do it right now if you want. Because I'm about to ask the first question. Well, how come your hand's not on the table? Okay, let's pull. Do we need a thumb war or something to start instead? Okay, all right, here we go. Question number 1. Name something, we've surveyed 100 people, by the way. Name something high school students look forward to. Say it again. Sleeping. Megan's answer is sleeping. Let's see if we have sleeping. That is a great answer. I'm sorry that didn't make our list. I have a feeling that we must have surveyed 100 overachieving students. I'm not sure. All right, well, Gavin, what do you got? Summer vacation, right? Summer. That is the number 2 answer. You have control of the board. Would you like to pass or play? The juniors will play. All right, do you remember the question or do I need to read it again? All right, Regina would like the question repeated. Name something high school students look forward to. Okay, she has to answer on her own, Gavin. This isn't religion class where you can cheat to graduate, okay? All right, sorry. Regina, name something high school students look forward to. Food. She said food. Let's see if food is on the board. Can I see food? Okay, I don't want to insult your intelligence. I know you're an intelligent person, but if I were you, I'd go with driver's license. She said driver's license. Yeah, put it on the board. It's right there, driver's license. That's 3 answers. There's only 4 answers left. We already have 41 points. Seniors, are you thinking of a steal? Because if they strike out, then you can get in a little huddle if you want. You can talk about it, all right? Yeah, that's how it's done. All right, Evan, name something high school students look forward to. Dances. They look forward to dances. Let's see if dances is on the board. Dances. It is the junior-senior banquet. That's right. Okay, Lydia. You did a good job dressing for the feud tonight, by the way. Nice work, yes. Name something high school students look forward to. Graduation. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I think you might have gotten the number 1 answer. Let's see graduation. Nice job, Lydia. Nice job. Only 2 answers remaining, Dan. No strikes. No strikes. What do you got for me, Dan?
Oh, that's right. End of school.
The end of the school day? All right. So we're talking about the end of the school day or the end of 8th hour. Let's see if that's on the board. No, that's strike 1. Sorry, Dan. Sorry about that, Dan. All right, Gavin. I'm sorry. Gavin's ready. Name something high school students look forward to.
The weekend.
The weekend. Good answer, Gavin. You guys are all supposed to be saying, good answer, good answer. Like it might change. Okay. Is it number 6 or 7? The weekend. That's a great answer. Although I thought Megan's answer was pretty good too. So now we have 2 answers remaining, 2 strikes. It's all up to Regina. Name something high school students look forward to. Friends. They look forward to friends. Let's see if that's number 6 or 7. Otherwise, seniors get ready to steal. Is friends on the board? That's strike 3. Strike 3, not bad. We got the top 5 answers. Good work. Seniors, what do you got for me? Megan is the spokesman, but you can all, pitch in and tell her what you want. Name something high school students look forward to.
The end of Britain.
I guess you kind of have to remember the audience, right? I mean, 100 people were polled, 100 Luther students were polled. Since the seniors are here, you probably weren't polled. Therefore, nobody will answer that. That's a terrible answer. That's all I'm saying. Let's go to round two. Regina, Brandon, sorry. Oh, I got too excited. Too excited. Whew, I'm fired. Okay, let's see what number 6 is. Number 6. Dating. Dating. Well, I'll be honest, I'm taking a look up here at these two tables. Maybe that's why they didn't answer. Okay, let's go. Let's go to number 7. What's number 7? The first tattoo. Okay, but we asked 108 apparently. All right, now I need Regina. I need Brandon. Come on up. What's number 2? All right, now if you want to, yep, put your hands down. Just a reminder, 100 people were surveyed. Not necessarily seniors. 100 people were surveyed. Top answers are on the board. Here's the question. Name something a teenager would buy. Regina's first. A car. Let's see. Would a teenager buy a car? That's the number 3 answer. Brandon, there's 2 answers that will beat that and give the seniors control of the board. What do you have for me? Food. Food! A teenager would buy food. Is food on the board? Food? Regina, would you? And again, the juniors agreed to play. There's 4 more answers on the board, and remember, in this round, point values are double. All right, Michaela, we're up to you. Name something a teenager would buy. Clothing. Teenagers would buy clothing. Is it on the board? Clothing. That is the number 2 answer. Congratulations. Yeah, we can clap for them when they get the right answer. All right, Evan, name something a teenager would buy. Gasoline for the car. That makes sense. Is it on the board, though? Gasoline. No, that's strike 1. Strike 1. All right, Lydia's up. Name something a teenager would buy. How about, are you talking like a cell phone? A cell phone! Would a teenager buy a cell phone? That is the number, is that your 2nd grade number 1 answer? Lydia shows a superstar. All right, Dan. Name something a teenager would buy. Jewelry. A teenager might buy some jewelry. Is that on our board? Jewelry? No, strike 2. Gavin, can you rescue the team? There's 2 answers up there. You have 2 strikes. Name something a teenager would buy. Unnecessary things. All right, well, let's take a look at it. Made our survey. Unnecessary things. No, I'm sorry, that is strike 3. Seniors, I have to be the bearer of bad news. I know that math might not be some of your strong suit, but if you add 87 to 126, that would put the juniors over the required 200 points. And they would be declared the winners. I told you the fast money around there. Oh, I thought it was played up to 200. Oh, we just see what the scores are. You have a win. You have a win. So you don't have to get this one right. But let's try to get it right anyway, because it would give you the lead. It's for 126 points. Name something a teenager would buy. Megan, what did your group come up with? Movie tickets. All right, let's check. Is movie tickets up there for the steal? Let's see number 4. Video games. All right, Dan. Come on, Dan. Video games. How many games you missed playing video games? That's the end of round 2. It's seniors 126, juniors 87. Wendy is already here. Here comes Michaela. That's I know you're up. Shake hands. All right, you can let your hand go. Remember, for this round, which will decide the game, point values are triple. Point values are triple. Game on. Here's the question. 100 people surveyed. Name something a church might be filled with. Ooh, Michaela was first. People. Church is filled with people. That is the number one answer. The juniors are going to play. Lydia, I feel bad you can't get the number one answer for this one, but all right, you're gonna get the number two answer. What if Evan gets the number two answer? Oh, it doesn't matter. God. Church is filled with God. Let's see, God. That is the number 5 answer. All right, Lydia, name something a church is filled with. Hymnals. Is a church filled with hymnals? All right, that's the number 4 answer. There's 2 answers left. Dan. Pews. Pews. Is a church filled with pews? That is the number 2 answer. And Gavin, there's only 1 answer remaining for the win, for the juniors. Prayers. Is a church filled with prayers for the number 3 answer and the win for the juniors. Prayers. Oh. Pressure's on, Regina. Name something a church might be filled with. The church is filled with doors. Let's see. Did you say doors? Are you sure? Okay, doors. No, I'm sorry, that's strike 2. 1 strike remaining. Seniors, I hope you're conversing. Nick Mansky looks like he's got some ideas over there. Michaela, what do you have?
Music, singing.
Is a church filled with singing? For the win, singing! And the juniors are the winners of round 1. Now, okay, hold on. I'm gonna make a little proposal for the juniors. You can be satisfied in the fact that you beat the seniors, and you can stick around and play the faculty, or since it's the juniors honoring the seniors, you can let the seniors play round 2 against the faculty. What a great junior class we have. The juniors have allowed the seniors to play the faculty. Thank you, juniors. You can be confident in the fact that you won round 1. Great work. And now, let's meet our faculty team. Lost my list. Oh, it's over here. Faculty team. First of all, we have to have this person come up here and be a part of the faculty team. For the last 19 years, she's been a huge part of Luther High School. And though she is leaving us at the end of the year, it's certainly not without great memories. I'm sure all of you have great memories of Mrs. Hanson. Come on! You all are aware of the fact that there are some very intelligent people on the faculty and some not so intelligent, that's why I'm hosting. But we cannot be without our leader when it comes to playing the Family Feud. And so Mr. Wickman, please come on down and play the Feud. I know this isn't actually on television, but
it's okay.
When you play the Family Feud in the television version, it always helps if you have like a couple people on a team that will spice things up a little bit, maybe argue a little bit. And so we're going to call a team up here of Mr. and Mrs. Ross. Please come on. And our next contestant, to answer all the obscure trivia that might be a part of this game. Yeah, I know Mr. Shopper wants to come up here, but I'm not going to let him. Mr. Larson, come on down. Is he here still? Oh, he left. Well, that is Mr. Shopper. Come on down, Mr. Shopper. least, we need a science brain, I'm afraid. Mrs. Bader as the science brain? How about Mr. Joel Babbitt? Come on down. All right, this is for all the marbles. The winner of this game, again, we'll play 3 rounds. The winner of this game will go on to the fast money. Mrs. Hanson, congratulations, you're the captain of the faculty team. Now, if you guys would like to, I'm just gonna let that one slide. Okay. If you would like to, Bethany, you can come up and play the first round against Mrs. Hanson. All right. It is faculty versus seniors. Mrs. Hanson versus Bethany. Yes, you will. Sorry, let me get my stuff out of your way. Sorry. All right. Here we go. 100 people surveyed. This is single value points. Okay. All right. Here is the question. Name an instrument that would not be in a marching band. Bethany. Xylophone. We may not have a xylophone in a marching band. Is a xylophone on the board as one of our top 7 answers? I am sorry, it is not. It is not. Mrs. Hanson, an instrument that would not be used in a marching band.
Yeah, that one's kind of hard.
I think that's a pretty good answer. How about a piano? Faculty already on top, dominating the students once again, just like the junior or the senior faculty basketball game. Sorry. Oh yeah, you're gonna pass or play.
Again, ladies.
They want to play, folks. They want to play. Mr. Winkman, name an instrument that would not be in a marching band. There's 6 answers remaining. A harp. A harp. A harp. Would a harp be in a marching band? It probably wouldn't be, but it did not make our survey. All right. Are you guys conversing? All right, Nicole. Name an instrument that would not be in a marching band. A lyre. Harp and lyre. Let's go. Oh yes, that is true. She said liar, not liar. She was not talking about Mr. Ross. Okay. His lyre did not make our board. It did not, and now that's strike 2. Mr. Ross, can you redeem the faculty team in an untheological sense? Handbells. Handbells! Could there be handbells in a marching band? No, number 3. Number 3. All right, Mr. Babnick. I know you have some musical background. I remember once upon a time seeing a little, is it Blind Babs in the Cataracts, right, from your lead singer days? All right, so what kind of instrument would not be in a marching band? He's getting a text. Yes, I believe there might have been some cheating. We shall see. A guitar. There would not be a guitar in a marching band. Is guitar on the board? That is strike 3, and even their cheating fails. Okay. All right, seniors, you got a chance to steal the first 55 points of the game here. All right, I believe I think I heard the answer correctly, but let me just make sure. Your answer is? A cello. And wait, now, that's a good answer if you know what a cello looks like. Bethany gave this description when she was telling Megan what it was. She said it's a violin on steroids. So, let's see if people would carry a cello in a marching band. They're from the same family. Let's award the points to the seniors. 55 points for the seniors. If you can't dig out of a 55-point hole, then you don't deserve to win anyways. All right, let's see the other 4 answers. Let's see if harp and lyre are hiding up there somewhere. Number 4. The timpani. The timpani. Yes. Have you seen Jacob Michaels play the timpani? Those things aren't going to be carried in too many marching bands. How about number 5? Griffin, you're not going to pull any answers out of your sleeve here, are you? Okay, excellent, excellent. Yes, thank you for shaking hands. Remember that in round 2 here, point values are double. Point values are double, all right? 100 people surveyed, top. Whoop, we'll get it up there in just a second. Top some amount of answers are on the board. Should I wait, Mr. Mark? Are we ready? Okay, we are ready. Here is the question. Name a sport that does not use a ball. Griffin. Wrestling is a sport. Look at Mr. Bender beating with pride back there. Wrestling is... Mr. Bender is totally objecting right now. Okay, Mr. Wickman, it's a wide open board for you. Badminton. Is badminton on the board? It is. Answer number 7. Faculty, would you like to pass or play? All right, they are going to play. Griffin, I thought your answer was great. I'm not going to lie. I think it's a bias against Mr. Bender. I'm just saying. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. Mrs. Ross, is it okay if I call? All right. Name a sport that does not use a ball. Hockey. Is hockey on the board? It is. It's the number 3 answer. Number 3 answer. All right, Mr. Ross, a sport that does not use a ball.
Track and field.
Track and field. Track and field. Is that on our board? It is the number 1 answer. Number 1 answer.
Because it's the only sport that.
All right. Mr. Babbitt, I'm glad they cleared the plates before this started, or things would be probably being thrown right now. All right, Mr. Babbitt, name a sport that does not use a ball.
NASCAR.
NASCAR does not use a ball. Let's see if NASCAR made our survey. Make our survey. Congratulations, Mr. Shopper. Name a sport that does not use a ball.
Well, Richard, we'll go with horse racing.
Horse racing. Does horse racing use a ball? Oh, strike 1. That was a good answer, especially with the Preakness coming up tomorrow. We'll see if Nyquist can get leg 2 of the Triple Crown. The seniors now offering some outstanding answers. Right. Name a sport that does not use a ball. Tiddlywinks. Tiddlywinks is that. You guys not know what that is? The little plastic discs where you press the button. All right, tiddlywinks on the board. No, that is strike 1. Strike 1. Wait, that was strike 2. That's what I thought, but I just wanted to hear it again. Strike 2. Basketball, baseball, football. Yeah, these are all great answers. Mr. Wickman, name a sport that does not use a ball.
Swimming.
Swimming. Did swimming make our survey? Let's see. Swimming. It is the number 2 answer. 2 answers remaining. 5 and 6. Mrs. Ross, a sport that does not use a ball. Gymnastics. Gymnastics. Did gymnastics make our survey? Gymnastics. That's a good answer. Strike 3. Strike 3. Seniors, you have a chance to steal a 2nd consecutive. All right. Well, let's get I like your answer. I like it. Let's see if it's on the board. Megan, keep up. Oh, we're getting some help from the crowd. That's okay. They had an answer that I thought was pretty good, but now they're wondering if they should go with your answer. All right. All right, I need an answer. We're going to go with boxing. If boxing is on the board, was that Nick Mansky's dabbing right there? All right, let's see if boxing made the survey. That'll give 156 more points to the seniors. Can I see boxing? And And the seniors have taken a commanding lead, 211-0. We have one last answer that we did not get. Let's see if Nick Mansky is right. He thinks it's archery. What was number 6? Skiing. Nice work. All right, that's the end of round 2. Let's play round 3. All right, we got point values are pretty much the winner of this question is going to win fued and play fast fun. All right, we surveyed 100 people and we asked them the following questions. Yeah, that's perfect. Name something you get too much of as a teenager. Nick Mansky's first. Food. Nick Mansky gets too much food. Let's see if food was one of the top 4 answers. Junk food is made our board. Now there's 3 answers that'll beat that, Mrs. Ross. Homework. Do students, teenagers get too much homework? That is the number 1 answer. 2 answers left. Would you like to pass or play? All right, the faculty chooses to pass. They don't think you can come up with the last 2 answers. So let's see. We have 2 answers remaining. The question is, name something you had too much of as a teenager.
We still have the
Megan, what do you think?
last one.
Sleep. Too much sleep. Only on the weekends. And that is strike 1. Sleep is not on the board. Name something you get too much of as a teenager. Brandon. Brandon says responsibility. Too much responsibility as a teenager. Did that make our survey? Responsibility? Ooh, strike 2. Strike 2, the pressure is on. Wendy is not feeling the pressure. I believe she has the answer. Name something you get too much of as a teenager.
Pressure.
Oh, pressure. Pressure. That's a pretty good answer. Let's see if it made our survey. Is pressure up there? Strike 3. Well, we have a conundrum. The faculty will be able to steal, but I'm sorry to say that you cannot win. But let's see if you can get the final answer at least, and see how you did, and then the seniors will get ready to play fast money. Name something you get too much of as a teenager.
Video games.
Video games. Did video games make our board? Let's see, video games. It did not, and the seniors sweep. Congratulations, seniors, the winner of Luther High Feud. Faculty, thank you so much for playing. Great work. Let's see the other answers. Number 2. Acne. That's a terrific answer. How about number 3? Advice. Advice. Here's some advice. I need 2 people to play the final one. Nick Mansky and Bethany Wazowski. All right. Where's our soundproof booth to send Bethany to while Nick plays the fast money? Now you're going to come right over here, Nick, and we're going to face the audience because we can't see what's going on. So,
Good job.
do we have a place to send Bethany?
Good job, guys.
Bethany, yes.
Way to sacrifice.
Thank you. Thank you. You may take the mic. I would actually love for you to take the mic. Okay, because here's what we're going to do. I'm going to ask you a series of 5 questions. You are going to give me an answer. You're going to give me an answer as quickly as you can. You are going to have 20 seconds in which to answer these 5 questions. You will amass as many points as you can. The goal is to get to 200 points to be the winner. All right, the clock will start after I read the first question. Now keep in mind, we surveyed 100 people. And you're looking for the top answers. Right? That's the last time you can look back here. Next time you get slapped. Okay. All right. Here we go. Name a candy bar. Are you ready? Are you sure? Okay, get that a little closer. That's what you're saying. All right, there you go. Name a candy bar with nuts in it.
Snickers.
Snickers. Name a superhero.
Superman.
Name something a student might forget to bring to school.
Homework.
Name a restaurant where Luther students eat.
Commerce.
Name an excuse a student might give for being late to school.
Traffic.
All right, turn around. Let's see how you did. Now, Nick, it's going to take just a little bit for us to input the answers here. So, wait. Traffic. Traffic was the last answer. Nick Mansky, you visited me a couple of times in the morning, and I remember that you used that excuse, traffic. So I'm not surprised that you came up. You still got purple slips, but I did excuse those tardies. So, you got anything, to just help me out a little bit? Or traffic was bad? Okay. Yeah, well, from what I heard, and this came directly from some of my friends in the lacrosse police force, you probably could have left a little earlier for school because, well, I'm told that you might have just a little bit of a lead foot. Is there anything, is there any truth to those rumors? No. Okay, excellent. Excellent. I do remember the one morning that we were driving, remember we were driving right next to each other, and Adam and I were waving to you, and yeah, you never saw us. You never saw us. Okay, well, that's probably pretty good, I guess. Laser vision. Laser vision, that's what we're calling it now, okay. All right, how are we doing over there? Just about, oh, we are ready. Let's see how you did in your answers, all right? Question number 1, name a candy bar with nuts in it. I believe you said Snickers. Is that one of your favorites? No, you don't like Snickers, but you answered yeah. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I heard Tim Carlson say, is that why you said it? Do you just say whatever Tim says? Okay, Snickers, let's see how many points. 53 points. Snickers was the number 1 answer. All right, name a superhero. You said Superman. Survey said 43 points. The number 1 answer. All right, we asked you name a student, name something a student might forget to bring to school. You said homework. How many times have you used that excuse? Dog ate your homework. All right, let's see how many people said homework. Nick, you are 3 for 3 in number 1 answers. All right, name a restaurant where Luther students eat. You said Culver's. Survey said 25. All right, we are on the last question. Okay, everybody, if he gets the 200 points, are you okay with putting like 10 on the board when Bethany comes in and make her think she's got to get like 100? Let's see how it goes, right? Because I have a feeling you might go and shop all by yourself. And I am beyond impressed, just so you know. Name an excuse a student might give for being late to school. You said traffic. Our survey said, BAM! Excellent job. I will have fabulous prizes for your team in just a second. But is it possible to reset to like 10 points or 15 points and just see? Probably not. All right, let's.
Put 0 points up there. Put 0.
Let's see if that works. All right. Yes, you can go get Bethany and bring her in here. We'll see if she's able to answer the questions. Nick Mansky obviously had quite a bit of trouble answering the questions. We'll see how Bethany does when she comes in. All right. Hey, I do have one extra fabulous prize for the first senior who can tell me how big Mr. Benard's feet are. What size shoes? 10. 10's the winner. Who's? Come on, Nick or Zach Carter, come on up. 10. 10. You said 10, right? I'm pretty sure he wears them a size and a half too big, but he does say 10. You are the proud new owner of one free game at Playmore Lanes. Congratulations. All right, do we have Bethany? Please do not look at, oh, okay, you can look at the point total, that's fine. Nick struggled a little bit with the questions. He got 33 points, so I'm not great at math, but I'm pretty sure that means you need 167 points to win. Nick did get one number 1 answer. So remember, he had 20 seconds, you have 25 seconds, all right? And if you hear this sound, that means you've duplicated Okay, if you duplicate one of Nick's answers, we're in big trouble. So, but if you hear that sound, it means you duplicated one of Nick's answers, and I'm going to ask you to give me another answer. So, grab the microphone here. All right, the clock. Oh, I got to get my question. Sorry. The clock will begin. The clock will begin after I ask the first question.
Okay.
Here's your first question. Name a creature that's indigenous to South Africa.
Jaguar?
Jaguar. Okay. What is 500 times 3,000 minus the square root of 16?
Pass.
All right, the next question is, besides Mr. Benred and Mrs. Hanson, who else on the faculty has a degree in physical education?
Mr. Lersch.
Mr. Lersch, nice work. Okay, next question is, I'm just making these up.
Wait, am I not even...
Name a restaurant where I'm sorry. Thanks for coming. That's great. You want me to ask you the real questions? Because Nick got 210 points on my list. All right, I'll ask you the real questions. You want to try? I just want you to know he got all 5 number 1 answers. No, he got 4 number 1 answers. There's one still remaining on the board. So can we reset the 25 seconds? Is that possible? All right. Then we'll ask the real question. You ready, Bethany? All right, the clock will start after I ask the first question. Name a candy bar with nuts in it.
Snickers. Baby Ruth.
Name a superhero.
Superman. Batman.
Name something a student might forget to bring to school.
Pencil.
Name a restaurant where Luther students eat.
Fazoli's.
Name an excuse a student might give for being late to school.
I was talking to a teacher.
All right, we'll see how we did. All right, we got the best of this point. So you got all the number of answers. We were just playing a little trick. You handled it really well. All right, so
Did I win?
I'm pretty sure you did. I don't think. The only thing I'll say is I'm pretty sure that jaguars are not indigenous.
I did
to
not
South
know.
Africa.
I'm not that good under pressure, so I don't know why I volunteered for this.
Oh, I needed a little bit more time to come up with 2 other questions. I ran out of ideas, so.
And then I said pass.
And then he said, pass, that really messed me up. I don't even know if is there, Mr. Ross, is there actually an answer to the math question that I asked? Of course. Okay.
What is it?
He wasn't listening. Just like every faculty meeting. Mr. Ross has perfected using his phone under the table during faculty meetings. I shouldn't say that.
I won't tell him.
All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at your answers. I believe we're ready to go. Name a candy bar with nuts in it. Snickers was the number 1 answer. You said Baby Ruth. How many points was Baby Ruth worth? 11 points. Congratulations. All right, name a superhero. Again, Superman was the number 1 answer. You said Batman. How many points was Batman worth? 24 more points. Nice work. All right, name something a student might forget to bring to school. You said a student might forget a pencil. Our survey said, they might.
I've seen it.
Most students don't care.
I've seen it.
All right, only Scantron forms is it important to have a pencil.
Actually, no.
I don't know. Could be. All right, name a restaurant where Luther students eat. You said Fazoli's for the breadsticks, I'm certain.
Yeah.
Fazoli's, how many people? Oh. Anybody want to guess what the number 1 answer was? McDonald's was the number 1 answer. McDonald's was the number 1 answer. Everyone eats at McDonald's. Have you ever seen the sign where it says billions and billions served?
That's us.
Okay, all right. Name an excuse a student might give for being late to school. You said talking to a teacher. I think it meant in the morning, but we'll see. Talking to a teacher? All right. I know. Thank you for playing. Seniors.